Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, like, sharing the video, we have new episodes coming out every Monday and Thursday. Enjoy.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now
Thank you
have
for
fucked
finally
up.
coming on.
Thank you for finally having me, man.
Man.
You always invited me, but like I had to make it happen.
I understand. And I'm never here. Like, I live in Mass, so I have to come up and make it work. But I feel like you and Jordan put on, like, the best shows. Like, I don't laugh hard. We were just talking about this beforehand. The last one I saw was one of the best comedy shows I've seen.
Thank you, man.
Ever. Like,
Yeah, we do. We really tried not to be whack. Like the main mission is just don't be corny and don't be whack, and like and then always be in the moment with the crowd. But yeah, just don't be whack.
and you do, like, a two-person thing, which is sometimes hard to, like...
Yeah, well, we've been doing it. We've been doing Productively Stoned for like 6 years, 7 years. So it's like like we have
for
good chemistry
real?
together. Yeah, and we always just doing it together. Like both go up and
Yeah.
give and go. And then like it was always easy because we always knew each other's jokes. So it's like we could just feed each other into another person's joke. And then as time went on, we got better with just crowd work and just dealing with it.
And you guys booked the best... Who was the white dude on that show? The one with CP and Sam J. He's kind of like a slower talker.
Gavin Matz.
Yeah. Another murderer.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Everyone on that show was hilarious.
Yeah, man.
We all went to that. Yeah.
Yeah, like see the thing about the white guy at the Productively Stoned show, it could either go good or go bad. There was a comic from Chicago and he ate it, and he like acknowledged that he was eating it in the crowd, and I was like sometimes the Productively Stoned crowd treats white comics the same way judges treat niggas.
I did a show called Caribbean Delights once
Okay,
where I was like
the white guy.
the white guy.
Yeah.
And right before I was going on stage, I had like a rum and Coke. They were giving free drinks. I'm drinking. I'm like, why is this rum and Coke crunchy? And I look in, there's like 10 dead flies in the drink of it. And they're like, and the next comedian, Sam Buck. And I can't shit on the fucking place.
Yes,
like,
you can.
I-
Yes, you absolutely can.
Being the only white comedian
I
at
would
the show,
de- I
I'm
would-
not
I
shitting
would-
on
I would-
the
I would-
fucking flies in my drink.
I would definitely say that. But like, hey, I didn't even want to be this white guy, but
The Karen of the moment.
yeah.
No, I didn't.
Because you know what the
drink-
point you'd have to make? You'd be like, I understand black customer service to black people, but to me?
And it was funny. I didn't even want to drink that night. They were just giving me. They were like, "Come on, it's a free
Nah,
drink."
They
and
were
they
trying
were
to get you something else.
flies. Get that extra protein. The dollar extra
Ooh.
protein.
He said it was
crunch.
crunchy.
Yeah,
See,
no.
You don't chew your drinks, bro. Why would you?
You don't chew your drinks.
You don't do that.
We had a gross ass smoothie the other day.
From where?
I don't know, some smoothie place right down the street. They like vacuum sealed the smoothie or some shit to make it. It's like there's no reason for a smoothie to be fucking
I just love to see
$10.
what all the retired drug dealers are doing with their money. So it's like a vacuum
Yeah.
seal. We vacuum seal. It's like, man, we know what you was doing with this before.
Now that I get older and now that like everywhere I go, I'm like, oh, this is a place to launder money. Like
Well, you know what I really was thinking about?
everything's about laundering
Yes,
money.
absolutely. But you know what I really was thinking about? When the pandemic was happening and all businesses had to be shut down and certain stores would still be open, I'm pretty sure that is just like that's just trafficking money.
Mm.
Like for instance, like do you know what a portabella is?
Like a mushroom?
No, portabella. It's a store. It's a
Oh no.
Portobello-
Dude, isn't there yeah.
Portabella are a bunch of stores all around New York, right? And they sell suits. They sell like Steve Harvey suits, just cheap ass suits.
Mhm.
And every Portabella in New York City was open all pandemic. Problem is, who the fuck are buying these suits? We ain't going to church. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, for real. You're going to a funeral service
Yeah,
on
like
Zoom.
bodegas, I understand
they-
why y'all were open, but like certain businesses that just stayed
Yeah.
open, is like, yo, how y'all paying rent?
The bodega shit was weird though. So I would come to the city during when it was like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock shut down. And I remember a few times we would take mushrooms and we'd just walk around the city and it would be dead. Except for the rats. Like rats everywhere. But then the bodegas would be open
Of
and the guy
course.
wouldn't be wearing a mask. There'd be no one else in
the
there. It would be,
bodega is
like,
the
3
lifeline
a.m.
of the hood. Like
Yeah.
the bodega got to be open.
But why does that get to be open? It was just a weird thing.
It's just like, 'cause,
it's
like,
laundering
even-
money. They launder money.
They
through
might
that
launder money.
shit.
They definitely might be moving bricks. The
Mm,
Spanish ones.
That's true.
Like I remember like a couple years ago before the pandemic, something happened in Washington Heights where like they were chasing all the black kids out their hood because something happened at a corner store, like in a bodega. They robbed a bodega, and so now they were chasing down all the black kids who came in Washington Heights. And I was like, these niggas didn't rob a bodega; they robbed the drug spot. Like,
Yeah, they knew.
Yeah,
you're
like,
not gonna steal fucking $200.
y'all got sloppy,
from
and
the-
somebody took y'all bricks, and now you want to run down on everybody who come through the block.
I feel like there is a
the
real
block.
thing where they're making a coup on rappers for RICO charges. There's so many rappers getting locked up right now, more than usual. I feel like.
Well, rappers are always a target, but I think the problem is like rappers are, for one, always a target, and for two, like a lot of dudes like are really doing what they rap about.
Oh, 100%.
And I blame record labels because record labels pick these niggas. All right, so like record labels are like just swimming in like a pool of talent. Like
And-
they know who all the good people are.
And
And
I've had to edit things out or tell people to not talk about like indictment shit on the podcast. Like,
Nah.
like
Exactly. Because record labels, they don't necessarily want like the shiny star. They want that center left. So like they be like, all right, who's it? And there's like a guy who's like, hey, I'd be a great star. They be like, no, we're gonna take the little fucking dusty kid over here with all the trauma. We're gonna give him $1 million.
do you think they do that with comedians?
Probably in reverse.
Yeah.
They be like, nah, we gonna take the sexiest looking person who has an understanding of timing.
Yeah, I saw some Netflix specials that came out during the quarantine where I was like, not that I'm a fantastic stand-up, I'm not a good, but honestly, I'm like, is this what is happening right now?
Maybe. Like, I mean,
But some of the best stand-up ever is right now.
Right.
Shout out, like, for real, like when I saw CP at your show, like,
yeah,
or
he's famous. He has good numbers.
or
And he's
s-
fucking hilarious.
Sam J, like,
Sam J's fucking like she might be one of the funniest out of all of us.
do you know the story of how I know Sam?
No,
When I was 16, I was like a loser. I
Okay.
mean, not that I'm great now.
I honestly
but-
cannot believe that. I cannot. That doesn't even resonate. Like, no, I don't even see that at all.
And I would go. Yeah, I know it's so unbelievable.
No.
I would go to comedy shows. I didn't do stand up, but I would go to comedy shows in Boston.
Okay.
And sometimes my dad would have to go with me because
Good comedy town, Boston.
yeah, wicked. And if you're under 21, you couldn't go to some shows. So I would see Sam J at these things they had at Laugh Boston called Chocolate Sundays.
Okay.
It was like a
Boston
black
has its
show.
own chocolate Sundays. I just learned
Yeah.
that right now.
They don't have it anymore
Okay.
because it was like a white club that had that on Sundays. And the
They could have
special,
just called it Black Night. They just
That's-
been like nigga night,
no, but the special was
nigga night in Boston.
You could get a chocolate sundae and a shot of Hennessy. That was the special.
I don't like this at all.
No, but I would see Sam J at those shows, and then I would go. And my dad bought her a beer once when I was like 17. She was opening up for Wyatt Cenac in Boston.
Okay.
And then I was like, I want to be a comedian when I grow up, type shit. And she always just like, that's how we met. So then she would always see me at shows, and she was one of the first like comedians.
Oh,
to
she
be
was
nice
polite
to
to
me.
you?
So nice. Like to this day, she'll even be like, Sam, I remember when you were like 16. Like she was one of the nicest people right from the beginning.
That's nice.
Her and Todd Glass.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I love Sam J. She's done Productively Stoned a bunch of times. She's like one of my favorite comedians. Like
She really is probably one of the.
she
funniest.
inspires me to be better. I'm like, damn, she's fucking so intelligent and just so like. And then her TV show, like, there's certain comedians when they get TV shows, like sometimes it doesn't hit and sometimes it does. And like for her, like it's like her. What's the Indian guy who had his own TV show on Netflix? For a little-
Aziz Ansari.
No, Hassan
Minaj.
Hassan Minaj's show fit him perfectly. Sam J's show fits her perfectly. Z-Way show fits her perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love when comedians find a way to put a show that I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly who this person is, and it's everything that I would have thought they would do with a TV show.
Was the show when we met in Connecticut? Was that your first show back?
Nah, I've been on the road since August last year. I've been running around the country doing shows. I've been flirting with COVID before I got vaccinated. Yeah,
I got COVID February of 2020 before the lockdowns. So that when COVID hit, I just went balls to the wall because I had the antibodies.
Yeah, I didn't. I never got COVID. And then I got vaccinated, and part of me was like, bro, you were doing so good not getting COVID.
I feel the exact same way.
I was like, man, I was killing it not getting COVID. Do you remember the first time you tested positive? I remember the first time I tested for COVID, I tested negative for antibodies too, because you couldn't tell me I didn't have COVID in December. Like I was one of them niggas. I was like, yo, I definitely, yo, nigga, I was phlegmy. You remember?
I
I was mad phlegmy.
I was coughing and shit.
Then he's like, yeah, you tested negative for anyway. I was like, oh, I was full of shit. Okay, cool.
No, but there was a time where I was smoking with 5 people all night. We smoked one of those ounce joints.
Mm-hmm.
You know where it's
Yeah, I know
just
what you're
like,
talking about.
and I was the only person in the room who tested negative. And that happened 4 times where I was the only person in a group who tested negative.
And where everyone else had it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smoking with niggas who got COVID?
I didn't know they had COVID at the time.
That's
I wasn't
wicked.
like, I wasn't like,
That is wicked.
cough
Your
in my
circle
mouth.
is yuck.
I mean, Ani can attest to that. That circle could have
Because
been
you know
yuck.
what it is, man? Like, cause for one, like I look at all my friends who got COVID and all my friends who didn't get COVID, and I started being like, I just start correlating lifestyles. I'm like, okay.
But
Being
you were
real
out
judgy.
there. You were doing
Yeah, I
shows
mean,
and
shit, I'm broke, nigga. I had to do whatever. Like, thank God these rich niggas didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
I had to go get money.
That probably because I did comedy. I feel like I got better over there when a lot of people did. Like you're a murderer. Like when I've seen you do comedy,
Thank you, man.
like you've killed. You're hilarious. Like
Thanks. I mean, yeah, like working throughout the whole time, I definitely felt like it gave me an advantage because everybody was sitting at the couch on the couch, and I was like all throughout Texas, all throughout Alabama. We were doing scary ass places. We went to Alabama and we met these chicks, and we needed weed. I mean, I needed weed. I'm out. Yeah, so anyway, and
you. What do you mean we? Were you with?
by we, like I want to say we needed weed, but I'm the only one that smokes on tour, so I needed the weed.
Yeah.
And so we go to these chicks' crib, and they were selling us some weed. And I was like, all right, cool. And we're out in Alabama, and they were smoking us out for a bit. And I just was like, yo, the deepest part of my the deepest part of my imagination right now is just scary. That like when it's time for us to go back to the car, and then my boy who I'm on tour with, Desi Johnson, he goes, and it's just a bunch of KKK niggas waiting for us. I was like, yes.
How were the shows in Alabama?
They were great. They were fucking amazing. Like Alabama was lit. And
Was that your
we were
first
in
time
Huntsville.
doing that
Yes,
shit?
yes. Absolutely my first. Like I have no business in Alabama. I don't know when I would have ever went to Alabama.
You did well though.
Yeah, fuck, they love me in Huntsville, Alabama. What up, Huntsville?
That's not surprising, but that's cool that like was that your first time like going all around, or have you traveled before?
With Amanda Seals, we toured a lot. I toured with her a lot, but Amanda goes to like fabulous cities with fabulous theaters. So it was like,
Yeah. Did you ever do the Wilbur in Boston?
not yet. I want to though. We did. Where did we do? We did the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta. We did West Palm
That's
Beach.
pretty dope.
We did like Ohio. Like everyone's gonna do. You always gonna do Ohio show, like, cause they got so many places to go to in Ohio, like L.A., San Diego. I did Texas, like Austin, Dallas, Houston. Yeah, I've toured so much and like had such a good time. Like Drake music really starts to relate to me. Like early Drake music. Like my boy Jordan used to say, like I don't. Jordan used to be like-
Jordan.
Jordan Rock.
Okay, yeah. I was like, my boy. I was like, is there a different Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan Rock. He would always be like, yeah, like I don't understand how niggas who ain't really popping like Drake's music. And I was like, I don't get what you mean. And he was like, yeah, like my nigga, you gotta be popping in like 3 cities to.
How long were you? What is that? Can I be honest? That's actually very true.
Yeah.
I'm not popping on the level that you are, but as soon as I got like recognized in 3 different cities,
Yeah, you were like,
I
hold
was
on
like,
now.
oh shit, this is like
You know exactly what I mean.
this big dude came up to me, face tattoos, just on the street, and I was like, oh shit, and he's like, you interviewed A.A. Rashid, you asked great questions. And I was
Exactly.
like, oh,
now you was
shit.
like, yeah, you know, I do what I do. You know, I do my thug thizzle. You had to get comfortable in the moment real quick.
So, yeah, big old white dude with face tattoos. Anyway, yeah, but no, it is true that you relate to the Drake music now. It's kind of like Larry June. I don't know if how people who aren't healthy or aren't doing their
Yeah,
shit.
now that I'm a
listen
runner,
to
I do really like. Now that I'm running,
you drink
I
a
started.
smoothie.
I've been running for 3 weeks. Pay me no mind. And now that I'm like Larry June music, I'm like, I get it now, my nigga.
You're
Healthy
like,
nigga. You feel me? Bow.
I'm on my hellish shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but to be fair, I know he would block me immediately, and I've talked
would
to him
block
about it.
you?
Larry June.
You don't know that. Larry June might be like, hey man, I like this kid.
No, but I want him to be like, you can't be on your healthy shit and smoking blunts. Like I'm on that Wiz Khalifa paper planes.
Larry June smoke?
He smoked blunts.
He
He
smokes.
smokes blunts.
Yeah.
No, weed only. If you like for
If you go, you saying he got to just smoke
yeah,
joints?
he's just got to smoke. You got to do what
Hey,
Wiz
man.
Khalifa
There's
does.
certain things you just can't change about certain people.
It's a tobacco addiction,
I
like it
know.
is cigarettes.
Hey, listen. I listened to the Currency TED Talk. I know.
Yeah,
I bought the Bible. I get it. But
I fuck with that whole Taylor Gang mentality.
yeah, I mean, like, see,
They got 3 of the best stoners. They got Burner.
yeah,
They got
Wiz.
Currency.
and they got Wiz.
They got Wiz.
That's the Mount Rushmore of like the modern day. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta put Snoop in there.
The Snoop,
But-
can you, Ani? You have to pull it up. But does Snoop Dogg smoke just weed or does he smoke tobacco?
Snoop Dogg smokes blunts for sure.
Does he?
Yeah,
Damn.
he probably smoked joints, but like he definitely smokes blunts.
I feel like I'm a vegan when I say that. When I say just smoke weed, I'm like, cut it
Yeah,
out
nah,
of your
but like I get
system.
what
Like,
you're saying, man. Because
not that I'm telling you to quit, but I'm just saying like my mentality.
that would be my
on it,
line too.
like-
I'd be like, man, I'm here to get to smoke weed. Like this tobacco is just depriving me of carbon monoxide. I'm just like of oxygen. I'm just lightheaded. That's all that
Yeah.
is.
And we were talking about running. Like you run now. You're a
I
runner.
do run now, man. It's lit.
That's such a good.
Catch me out here, man. Catch
Wait,
me
have
out
you
here.
used that on a girl yet? That's when you know. When you're like, I'm a runner. Have you
Nah,
done that yet?
I'm gonna wait till I look like a runner first.
You're-
Because at this point, it could just be all myths. Like this nigga tell me he run, but he built like this.
like she's like, go race me outside.
Yeah,
now.
right. You a runner?
Do you like fit chicks?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I like fit chicks, but I don't like the chicks that like make me feel like I'm living life wrong if I fall off. Like they like I could appreciate someone who's like trying to take care of their health, but then like they be judging you.
Yeah.
Someone like those type of girls, they like a guy who works out too because it's like that's a part of their lifestyle. They need that.
It's like the weed thing. It's like I need someone who smokes weed too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't compromise.
No.
If you don't smoke, then it's not really going. I gotta like I've had to be the bad influence boyfriend on bitches. Like, hey, look.
Oh, I had a girl at a full ride to law school, never smoked weed, turned her into a stoner afterwards. Like,
What does she do now?
she still has a full ride to law school.
Okay.
But she smokes weed.
Okay, good. If you'd have called to law school, I'd be like, this is cold.
No, I didn't ruin any of that.
All right, good.
Have I ever ruined let me think. Have I ever
I don't want to talk about this stuff at all.
Okay, well, all right.
Because women I've dated have a tendency to go see the shit I've done, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's ruined some shit."
Is that really?
No.
No one ever start drama online?
Yeah, hell yeah, they fucking DM me.
That
One of them, she's like sent a clip of me talking on some shit on a podcast, and I was talking about women or some shit, and her whole rebuttal was like, "Yeah, you just want to cheat in peace. I feel you." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like,
But you are very you talk about that and kill with your jokes about it in a relatable way on stage.
yeah,
Like you should just send her a clip of a whole room laughing at you doing a joke about it.
right. Like, 'cause
You know what I'm not.
when I talk about my relationship experiences and stuff like that, which sometimes I don't know, I have mixed feelings about when I talk about that type of stuff because the things I've been through in relationships, a lot of people like get out of here. And on the same strength, even though it might be entertaining, I'm like, well, this is my life.
I feel that way every time I have a hookup. I'm like, shit, I have a bit out of this, but I can't
It's
if
not
they're
even
gonna
that,
hear.
man. Like sometimes, like the girl, like I have a joke about when this chick made 9 Instagram pages and was like I was like a victim of like revenge porn. Like she was taking screenshots from our sex tape and was like spreading them, and she was following everyone I know.
And that's
on
real
comedy.
shit.
Yeah, 9 pages. They were all combinations of my name with the word
Damn.
bum. It's like Reg is a bum.
So
Bum and
that's
ass Reg.
real.
Yeah.
Damn.
She followed comedians.
You
she
must be a
followed
great
bookers.
ass boyfriend.
I'm a great something. I'm great.
If
at something.
someone does that level of craziness,
Oh, the dick game is crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
She was.
I've had never fake pages. I'm also no one's ever posted. I don't think I'm worried about people spreading sex tape shit. I don't want that out there.
You're not nervous about it?
I mean, if I get to a place where I'm well known,
First off, are you making sex tapes?
I have made people listening. Yes, I have made a good amount.
Good for you, man.
I mean, I feel weird just how I look and sound being like dick game crazy like you. But
He's like, but my dick ain't crazy. He's like, I mean, I believe you. Mr. Running 5 miles and 30-mile bikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You better have some stamina to lay some pipe, man. Good for you.
But I don't know. People hate me, but I don't think it's
Why
to
do
a
people
point.
hate you? I think people
Like
hate me.
girls hate me from my past, but I don't think to a point where they want to like ruin my shit. I hope. Nah. I dated one girl as the president of the feminist club at my college.
Yeah, she has some
She,
thoughts on
I
that.
don't think she likes me at all.
Was that back? Was this before you was laying the pipe?
Nope, I was, but I also was like a fucked up. Like I would say fucked up shit then, and she was like super feminist.
What you said?
That was when I was in
You
my
like get in the
troll
kitchen
phase.
where you belong.
No, that's when I was in my troll phase. Like I don't troll anymore, but I would go to the feminist meetings and just to be a dick, I would like be like, "How do you guys feel about Milo Yiannopoulos?" And I would just get them all real mad and shit, like just to be a troll. Not even that but like, yeah, she probably doesn't like me.
Yeah, you'd be like, what do you ladies feel about consent?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go that far, but 9 pages is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot, bro. And then like every time you gotta send a photo of your ID to Facebook so that they could delete the Instagram page. And then after a while, like I had to do it to like 7 of the pages, and then like on the 8th page, Facebook emailed me back like, yeah, we don't see a problem with this page. We don't see.
Like,
What the fuck are you talking about, Facebook? Like, cause like after like she would get them, I would get them removed so much that she started to realize like what she could keep up and what she had to not post.
was she reaching out to your family? Has anyone ever like reached out to your family and shit?
Nah,
That's good.
but she was like, man,
Ani, that's wild, right?
Like,
Have
it-
you ever heard of any shit like
like it was
that?
so wicked that she's just going through my Instagram files and she's following everyone. So she followed ex-girlfriends. She followed chicks I was talking to. She was like follow everybody. Yo, my ex-girlfriend hit me in my DM like, so you fuck with another crazy bitch, huh? I was like, yeah.
But you go
But
back.
what made it saving grace that there were women who would like hop on the pages and like argue on my behalf in the comments.
That's nice because a lot of your fan base is women.
But then also a lot of girls know me and like, no, I'm not on the type of shit that Shorty was trying to blast me about.
That's yeah. When were you popping at that point?
No, not really.
I didn't know if she wanted to like fuck with
it was,
your like.
I was popping enough that my phone was ringing off the hook about that shit. Like it was so bad that like maybe 2 days later, like it happened on a Monday, right? But it was like going on all week.
Mhm.
So by like Wednesday at 2:00 in the afternoon, I'm pretty sure people hitting up Jordan about it so much that Jordan calls me out of nowhere in the middle of the afternoon. He goes, "Yo, you good?"
But you got a bit out of it.
Yeah, you're right. I
So
would
it's
have
all good.
loved. Yeah, you're right. Having my ass cheek spread across the internet, it
That's
definitely
okay.
worth.
You
a
ever
bit.
think? I think about that. I'm like, damn, that shit's fucked. But at least I got some time out of it.
Nah, bro, because you know what I started to realize after a while? I didn't need to be, a long time ago I learned that. I didn't need to be miserable or depressed to be funny.
Oh, I don't think you have to be miserable and depressed.
I used to think like that.
Were you like a sad boy?
I don't know if I don't know if I was a sad.
Would you
I
like
mean,
listen
sure,
to Kid Cudi and cry?
Not cry, but I listen to Cudi and have my moment.
I like Kid Cudi a lot, but I don't know why. 'cause
You
that
know what
was such
song
a
I was
bad-
crying to when I was depressed? I was crying to Notorious B.I.G.'s Everyday Struggle.
That's a. Were you like you
You know
were
that
like
song?
yeah, but when you started comedy, you were like a sad comedian.
When I started comedy, I was just
You're very happy on stage. Like you seem.
yeah, I know. Like Jordan was like, you gotta get rid of this. Jordan was like, you too happy on stage. Like he's like, yo, the real you is kind of grumpy and not like,
You're like Eeyore.
yeah, like not Eeyore. Like I'm mad funny, but if I don't like some shit, I'm like, yo, this shit whack. Like I'll start speaking on it and start complaining. And so, but I don't like to be that negative energy, so I try to keep that tucked.
Yeah.
But if you my friend, I'm be like, yo, this shit whacker than a bitch.
There's so many negative comedians though.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to be that guy. But Jordan was like, yo, bro, you need to be more honest about your actual personality. He was like, yo, you so nice and like, he ain't say it verbatim, but like I am. Like if you look at my stand up, it's like, oh, this guy's such a ray of sunshine.
I don't know. You're talking about like the what? Like you're talking about like cheating, and you're talking about like
Yeah, but I say it in such a nice way.
how are you supposed to say it? Like
exactly.
I cheat. I'm an asshole.
Exactly.
Like,
That's exactly what my thoughts are.
yeah.
Jordan's like, you need to be a little colder. I'm like, man, I'm already saying some really cold shit.
Were you before? Were you colder?
No, before I was just still trying to be funny. I don't know if I was colder. I think.
How long into comedy did you pop off?
I'm still not necessarily sure I popped off. I think things started really coming for me when I started opening for Amanda Seals, and then I did like a couple festivals, touring for sure. When I started touring and moving around, and then like just really getting my stand up all the way up, and then
How many years in?
I say probably 7.
Oh wow. And what was like your early stand up like?
Early stand up, I was doing like I was hosting the open mic in New York Comedy Club for 2 years
Oh, right.
on 24th Street.
Oh.
And this was before Emilio even bought it. This is when the old owners owned it. And Emilio was the street team guy, and he put me in charge of the open mic. Always give him credit for that, because that always like gave me time for 2 years to really hone in on my shit.
I bet, yeah.
Because it was Mondays and Tuesdays, so I always, love Emilio for that. And then, but while I was doing that, I was doing a lot of black circuit shows. Like my mentor, like I had a mentor who was like a real funny comic on the black circuit, and he was just like, I would just do late night hood shows. I was doing hood shows all the time, and then like he was like, but if they fuck with you over there, stay over there, make sure you do your thing, and get up there as much as you can. And then the hood shows really saved me, man. Like when I tell you, we like one hood show in particular I remember was on Flatbush Avenue. It was off of Flatbush and Westbury Court. And like the spot, not even a spot no more. It's a whole new spot right now. But the comedy show didn't start before midnight, right? It was Wednesday, and it didn't start before midnight. It was free jerk chicken. That's how hood the shit was. They was giving out free jerk chicken.
Did you have to pay to get in?
No, you just had to be in there, and they'll just give you jerk chicken. You didn't even have to pay to get in. And then the audience was just old Crip niggas who you thought died. Just old gang members who you thought weren't even alive no more.
I thought I saw you in the obituary.
Yeah, and these are the people you gotta make laugh. I remember just being terrified, like, oh my God, nigga, I bombed. And at the time I was like a young comic talking about Brooklyn shit. I was talking about like why I never turned Crip, why I never got into a gang. And I remember one time I did that joke and it completely bombed, and I was like, so I guess y'all made the other decision. And somebody was like, yup. And I was like, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, yo, how the fuck do you make hood niggas laugh? And then my mentor would be drunk, roasting all these niggas, and it'd be hilarious. And I was like, this guy's a magician.
That's some of the most beneficial shit, though. Like, I started... You ever go to Cape Cod?
In Boston, I know where Cape Cod is. I've heard of it.
A lot of heroin there.
I believe you.
There's a documentary.
Any boat city predominantly white, I assume.
Yeah, and that's where I started comedy. So I would have to go to these bars where people would just be fucked up, and I remember they would like throw drinks at me, and like yell at me, and like threaten to kill me, and I'd be like, "Let me try to make you laugh and shit." But looking back, those were the most beneficial.
Yeah, because you gotta realize what not to say. Like
Also,
anytime,
no bomb at a club or no bomb at like a show is gonna be as bad as someone threatening.
Anytime I've ever
you.
bombed, I like immediately I knew why and what happened to make me bomb.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then that in those early days, that's when you realize, oh, don't do that.
I hate when people don't blame it. Don't take the self-responsibility for bombing.
Yeah, because
like your mentor could make that room laugh.
Yeah,
not a lot of people could, but he could.
Yeah,
it's like one person can make any crowd laugh, no matter how shitty the crowd is.
I think the hood rooms are necessary for me to learn fearlessness and then to learn how to be loud. Like that might be my saving grace, my token in New York is I'm loud. Like on the mic, no matter what, I always try to be as loud as I possibly can, even if it don't match my energy, because I'm naturally such a relaxing, like kind of laid back person that like the type of shit I'm talking about not gonna go over. So I'll be like
that. I smoke a lot of weed, so I'm chill, but I'm like to get very
animated
and energetic. It doesn't matter how high. I can't get drunk before I go on stage, but I can get as high as I can. Like I can take edibles, I can smoke, but I can't drink. Even a beer makes me nervous.
The issue with me is I can smoke, but my eyes are already little, and then once I smoke, it's gonna get smaller, and it's like I'm telling on myself.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then like
you can't just get Visine.
I can, but my eyes are small, like regardless. And then like the audience is like, so you're not gonna acknowledge that you high as fuck right now.
Mm.
I be killing them, but they be like, damn, nigga.
Small eye. I never thought about small. I never
Yeah, bro,
thought
my eyes, that
like,
used to be my bit. I used to be like, I got little eyes, like naturally. It's just my face. I'm like, if I open my eyes like the rest of y'all, I look like I'm lying. And I'm like,
how old. How old were you when you smoked for the first time? When you did stand up, like when you took stand up seriously?
I probably smoked for the first time when I was like 12, maybe.
Oh shit.
Watching TGIF Friday, watching Family Matters, and the next door neighbor was like, yo, come on the roof. And he was like in high school, and he's like, yo, here's some weed. I'm like, okay. I burnt my throat.
Did you just keep smoking after that?
Nah, I kind of chilled off, and then like probably in high school I smoked a little bit, chilled off, and then in college when I came in college I picked up and just stayed there.
That was what, yeah.
But first time when I did stand up and took it seriously was I was 26 years old. But I had probably done it when I was 24 for the first time, but I was still an undergrad, and I was like, let me finish school. And
Where'd you go?
Brooklyn College.
For what?
Journalism with a concentration in film study.
Comedians always want to study film in college.
Who else did that?
I mean, I did. I have a lot of
Okay.
people who I know a lot of comedians who did that.
Yeah, it's something.
I'm high right now, so I'm not going to name any of them.
Comedians always are doing something comedians are always studying something that could have easily led to comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was a journalism major. I used to write for Complex magazine, so like I always like telling
did you?
stories. Yeah.
Right. What would you write?
I wrote on their website a lot. I didn't write
Like
any-
music, shoes.
Yeah, musics and sports. So I interviewed a band called Chester French for them, and then I did like a couple like back when they would do like lists, like top 10, whatever the fuck. And I used to write for another website called Kicks on Fire. That's how I started writing for Complex. My boy from childhood owned that website. He created that, and
Oh, that's cool.
write for Kicks on Fire allowed me to write for Complex.
Do you write still?
My jokes. I'll completely.
Do you
fallen
write your
off.
jokes? Do you
Yeah.
sit down and write them?
Yeah, I'll completely fallen off though. Like, I wish the other week I was just trying to learn. I was like, damn, how do I write a good essay? I tried to go back to like just writing an essay,
Mm-hmm.
just to fucking tighten up on that. But I write, yeah, like
What was your
I
essay
journal,
about?
I journal and I write jokes.
Journaling, I need to get better on journaling. Whenever I do, I'm so much better, but I don't do it enough.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to pick up all these new good habits, and it's a lot to fucking fit all together. And then like I'm starting to realize, man, it's all about sacrifices, man. Like this running shit all the day, every day is, I'm clearly sacrificing probably jerking off in the mornings. I don't know.
Wait, you can't jerk off and run?
No, I'd rather not. I'm just, like what I'm trying to say is like I'm just trying to do all the sacrifices necessary to be who I want to be.
I understand. What made you start making that change?
Watching niggas who ain't funnier than me have better careers than me.
Mm. And what do you think that is?
They probably did the work and I didn't.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were like lazy before? Or do you feel like
I feel like you always got to be honest with yourself and know that no matter what you're doing you're not always at peak form. You always can get better. But for sure, like there are definitely months where I went on where I wasn't writing every day like I should have been. I wasn't fucking doing everything I should be doing. I wasn't running every day like I should have been doing. So it's like, like it's so easy to look outside of yourself and be like, what the fuck? But like I had to look inside myself and realize that there was a lot of shit missing.
do you think I feel like I am going through the same thing too. It's like when shit started opening up, like you'd want to celebrate more. Like now that like you would like I don't know, I feel like once shit opened up I would celebrate. And then that would make me stay out later, and then I'd sleep in the morning.
I've completely
and then
settled into this new like I gotta get the fuck out back to my house by 10 o'clock vibe. But
Oh,
then also
really?
but then also what was humbling like a couple weeks ago I got hand of a writer's packet, right? And like I would submit writer's packet and I would never get the writing job. And I read this one guy, this guy was like, yo, I'm gonna send you a writer's packet of a friend of mine. This is the packet he submitted for a writing job that he ended up getting. And I read this guy's writer's packet. And the shit was so good. I was like, nigga, you never deserve the writing job. Like, I never. Why did I even have the audacity to get upset? I was like, this is what motherfucker, like, this is what you wrote in hopes of getting the job?
It was fucking killer.
I was like, man, I was out of my fucking mind.
Well, then what do you see? Like, what do you want to do? Like,
Get better.
do you like stand? Like, do you want to write? Do you want to have a show? Like, do you just?
I would
stand up?
definitely like to be on camera and fucking I'd definitely like to host it and have my own show. Like to be on camera, but the way the business runs, like like there's so many different routes to it. Like Z-Way wrote herself into her own shit. Like Z-Way was a writer. Sam J, another writer, got her own shit. Like so, like
Yeah.
I'm realizing there's so many routes to it. So I'm not really trying to pigeonhole myself. It's just trying to find the things that I actually like and the things I would actually like to do the work at being good at, and then doing that shit. I think I'd be dope on camera. I think I'd be dope writing.
You said you did stand up. Like, did you want to do stand up? Was that like your dream, or did you want to be a writer?
Stand up. I always want to be a stand up because like I think like being raised by immigrants and like just being beat down on having self esteem and confidence. Like I'd have always been like I want to be on TV, but my parents beat the confidence out of me. So like maybe a writer.
Where are your parents from?
80. And so like now that I'm an adult and you just you work on yourself and you try to figure out what you really about. I'm like, nah, I'd definitely be on camera. Like that's my vibe. And
What did
so,
they want you to do?
Be a doctor or an accountant or something like shit. I don't know.
Do they support
Pastor.
your shit now?
Yeah, because I don't need them.
Yeah. Once that changed.
Yeah, once your money come in, everybody's like, yo, I always knew it. I'll be looking at my parents with the stew. I'll be like,
I remember.
yeah, I'll be looking. Yeah, that's why like yeah, we can get personal. I fuck with my parents. I love my parents, but like it's definitely not what it could have been because it's like, because I'm petty like that. That's why. Because it's like I don't forget.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Do you feel like there is, or are you just kind of like, nah, I'm on my own shit now?
Nah, because nothing's ever secure, and it's not like I'm like fuck y'all, nothing like that. It's just that like,
Do you have siblings?
yeah,
Do they feel the same way?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't really talk to my siblings.
You're like more on your own.
Yeah, I fuck with some of my siblings for sure. Like, but we don't like they're
Yeah.
all like we're all adults, so we all do our own thing. And me and my youngest sibling, we don't talk. So it's like with me and my parents, man. I love my parents. And I know my parents love me, but like yo, people who love you be fucking up, and parents fuck up. Parents are not perfect people, so it's like I've just had to come to terms with certain shit and just be cool with it.
Was there like a moment that changed that? Like how old? Like were you young when you figured that out? Were you?
Nah, sadly, I feel like I was too old to realize that. I should have figured that out way earlier. I'd have been way better off. But on the same strength, like with that being said, like it was kind of early on when I was like, I'd rather disappoint y'all than like be who y'all want me to be.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my mom just listened to my podcast for the first time, and she was not happy with the product of it. And
It'd be like that.
But I'm an angry person, and I would.
You don't say.
Yeah, can you believe I'm angry and I was a loser in high
Nah,
school? Can you
man.
believe that?
Let me tell you
shit?
something. The revelations on this episode, I never saw any of this coming.
No, but I feel like now I did enough work. Like I meditate and I try to like see myself as like not someone to get quick to anger, but really. And I would have freaked out, but I had like a real conversation, and I think she actually like understood me more after that, which was something that I was like, all right, because there is a decision where it's like you can go one of two ways.
Yeah, like when it comes to me and my parents, like it's like for as strict as they were, like for who they were and like how they moved with their household and everything like that. It's like especially when you're the child of immigrants. It's like yo, when you out their house and you don't gotta abide by their rules, you let it be known like yo, fuck what y'all on. Like that's y'all business over there, but over here we on some other shit.
You think that drove you?
Yeah.
Like that kind of like
It definitely drove me. It drives me to this day because it's like, like as much as I love my parents and I want to do more for my parents. It's just you just like that independence, that knowing that you fucking got your life in your own hands and you making it happen for you is something that I thrive off of.
You said that happened later in life,
Yeah.
like later than you wanted to. How old are you?
When
You realized that?
Probably in my like 30, 31, like maybe 29. I said some shit. I was like, yeah, parents fuck up too. But like, it was just some shit I should have been realizing. Like, yo, my parents are just niggas winging it.
Yeah. That is such a. You put them on like a pedestal of
Yeah,
like they know what they're.
I should have took them off that pedestal a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like, especially like growing up Haitian or like in any like household where your parents are kind of on top of you, be like, like they love you, they do whatever they can for you. You be feeling like they superheroes and like you know, at the end of the day, if I ever got in trouble, those are the people I gotta go to anyway. So you know, you got that relationship, but like, you fucking coming into your own, you be like, man, this shit whack. What y'all on? Or some of the shit.
Did it come to when you were like self-sufficient? Then you were like, oh shit, I didn't. It was like the person that
It came to a point where like I was kind of just living out on. I was scarcely living on the street, like not very much, but like I was on some shit where it was like I might have been fucking chicks for a spot, or I'd be staying on a friend's couch.
Mhm.
I lived on Jordan's couch for a long time. Not a long time, but I was on Jordan's couch a lot. And then like it just like, you know, after a while you like, yo, I'm not sick, I'm not unable, like I got to figure a way to provide for myself. So then, you know, and then I knew I couldn't do anything other than comedy, so I had to fucking make it happen. That's when I really started that's why I really used Productively Stoned as an opportunity to provide for myself, because it was like, I'm gonna just sell tickets and make sure I give people the best comedy show I could possibly give them.
Well, you were telling me that I'm very lucky to have Ani and Irish, which I am, and that's cool that like Jordan let you like crash on his
Yeah, that's
couch.
my dog,
and,
man.
Like,
Yeah, Jordan, that's my man, 100 grand, man. Like
how'd
forever,
you meet Jordan?
forever. Do stand up. Like Giulio Gallerati. He was like with the Fat Baby crew. Giulio was the first friend I ever made in comedy. I did a bringer show at Eastville when it was old Eastville. Me and him were the funniest people there, and we became friends, and just always remained friends. And then him and the guys at Fat Baby started throwing that show, and I met Jordan there, and like me and Jordan were the only two black kids that were there. Well, Josh Weston was there, like me and Jordan just had a lot in common, and we just started a friendship from there. And then we would see each other around town. We would see each other at shows and parties, and we were like, oh, this is the comedy nigga.
Do you believe in like spiritual shit at all?
I believe in energy.
Because I do feel like I have Al Christakis. Shout out Al. Like there's comedians that you just get like paired with almost, where it's like or people where it's just like you get paired with someone
like,
in the
this
beginning.
is
It's like
a
this
friend.
is no matter what, this is the person that like
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it kind of felt like that kind of early on with me and Jay, because like we just
it's cool
understood each other.
to see what you do selling out shows downstairs at the stand and shit.
And then the unique thing that made our friendship real dope was, so I'm older than Jay in years, so like, you know, I might have advice that he might talk of, like, you know, he might come to me for advice, but he's older than me in comedy years. So it's like it's a real good exchange of energy and vibes and just ideas and shit.
Yeah. When did Productively Stoned get together?
Probably like a year into our friendship, or 10 months into our friendship type
shit. And did you just keep doing it throughout the whole thing? Like,
yeah, we just kept we were throwing it monthly at Karma Lounge. And then once Jordan's acting career picked up, you know, he wasn't always available because he moved to LA, and he was living in LA most of the years for a couple years. It was kind of really just on my shoulders to keep it going and like keep waving the flag and making sure. But that's what helped me be a good producer, a good host, because like it was all on me for a while.
I bet people, I mean, booking it, I bet is like people see it and they think like, oh, that you haven't been doing it for a super long time, and that this is something that you've built and like your shit. Because if you started that 10 months in and look at where it is now, like,
yeah, like
that's like that's like your child. That
I love doing Productively Stoned, and it is like our child, because it's like what really made it poppin' was when we stopped doing it in Karma Lounge and we started doing pop-up shows. So then we like the first one I found, I was able to get my hands on a mansion like in by like Museum Mile by 5th Avenue. A friend of mine had a mansion, and like we threw a whole like house party in a mansion and it was Productively Stoned. It was the first one. Dope. It was me, Jordan, Ricky Velez.
Ricky's so fucking funny too.
Yeah, I can't even think who else was on there, but like Filio, and it was like maybe a girl comic too, but like we had like a whole fucking mansion full, and like Rick Ross's champagne company, Bel Air, they sent us 30 bottles.
Oh shit.
We gave out bottles to every audience member. This shit looked like, yo, this shit
you
was
were just
insane.
balling. Yeah.
And like my people from Atlantic Records came and filmed it, so it looked like we had great content for like feature shows.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was like 5-6 years ago.
Wow. And now you're taking it on the road and shit?
Yeah, we're going to DC next month. It's our first time doing it in another city for like properly like promoting it and everything like that. So We're doing DC August 14th at the Fridge. It's an art gallery out there. I bought a couple art pieces out there. I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you an art guy?
I do. I am an art guy because especially like the more the more I've grown as a stand-up comedian, the more I appreciate other artists because I appreciate other artists in the sense like I appreciate how much time it took for them to get to the level that they're currently at. I appreciate the fact that it's something that I can't do unless I really like. I appreciate that like this person said, "Yo, this is what I'm gonna do." Like, it's just so much about it that I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from, even if I don't necessarily know what the art piece is or like, you know, I judge art in my own way. Like, who was it? DeLuca. I can't remember it. I can't remember his first name, but like from Dean and DeLuca, you know Dean and DeLuca. I met the DeLuca guy one time at a house party that he threw that was sponsored for like a corporate event, and we were friends for a little while. And he invited me to lunch one time, and he was like, the best way to like judge art is you just take it in as an experience. You don't decide if it's good or bad. You just decide if it's something you would share. And I was like, okay. And so like that's how I move with art. But like what I always appreciate, no matter what, is like I know that this took time. This took time and dedication, and just like this person's beating the same drum over and over and over until they get the right note that they know is that them.
But that's what comedy is, or all like even like music or like I like to respect other art forms in that thing. I just had one of my favorite artists was just on the podcast last night. He came over.
Who's that?
Lord NMF. He does like stuff for Griselda.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever seen West Side Gun. I don't know how well you know it,
I
but
like
West
West
Side
Side.
Gun has this huge chain that it's him as Jesus,
Okay.
where he has like the bloody hand.
I like West Side
and-
because he dresses like he's not 40. West Side is like the youngest old nigga. He dresses like he's 17.
Oh, they're old as shit, but they were in they were in prison for most of their 30s. So then once they hit 40, they could like actually rap about that experience.
Them niggas, I like.
And they're nice as shit. West Side Gun gave me a hug when I met him. Like,
I believe it.
yeah, the third thing. Those are the three truths that I would. I was a loser in high school.
And West Side.
I'm angry, and West Side Gun gave me a hug.
3 truths and a lie. That's
They
funny.
love comedy too, like Conway the Machine. Like when
Comedians are hilarious. That's why comedians and rappers. I mean, rappers are hilarious. Comedians and rappers have a good cross intersection because like we all date the same type of chicks because the chicks who date us like guys with big personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So rappers have big personalities and comedians can have big personalities. So it'd be that type of stuff. And so like rappers are definitely hilarious.
This is my idea. I'm saying on mic so no one can take it. But I'm getting a show together where it's like rappers do comedy for the first time.
You heard Freddie Gibbs did rap comedy for the first time?
Yeah, at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Currency should do stand up too. I heard Currency's hilarious.
Danny Brown's gonna do stand up.
Damn, they about to take all our money.
Yeah.
Because if they can't sell a $50 concert ticket, they could definitely sell a $20 comedy ticket.
Yeah, but imagine how dope it would be for opening up for Danny Brown, like doing comedy.
That'd be great. I would love to just be funnier than him, so it'd be hard for him to follow me.
Yeah.
As a comedian, that's the only hill that you could really die on. Like you opening for a rapper, yo, how dare this rapper think he could be funnier than me?
I opened up for Inspector Deck and Capadonna.
Damn,
last
that's
month.
dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You know whose career started off with them opening for rappers? Chris Rock.
Really?
Chris Rock, when he was touring, he apparently he opened for a lot of rappers.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna bomb opening up for them, but it went really well actually.
I believe you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, I should just realize that you're gonna believe what I say,
Yeah,
no
but,
matter what.
be
But no,
like-
I was expecting not to do.
But
well
you
at
just
that show.
like with a rap concert, you just gotta come up with the energy. You gotta be like, all right, hands up, yo, who here for some laughs?
Yeah.
You come in there like, hey, so who's from out of town? They go like, get this motherfucker.
Yeah. There
How'd you open?
was a just this random old white family right there. And I was like, give it up to my family for coming out to support
That's
me.
it, there you go.
And I was like, I don't know who the fuck these white people are.
But that's exactly how that's supposed to go.
Yeah, exactly. It was just perfect timing, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was. You ever do a show with rappers?
Yeah, sometimes for Productively Stoned when we used to do it at the theater, I would invite rappers to come close it out, do a single.
Who have you had?
B Nova, like just rappers I liked off of SoundCloud. B Nova,
Yeah.
Mr. Sax Fifth, my homeboy Ty, Mercy's what his stage name is.
Who's that dude that Jordan lived with? Burhana. He's really
Burhana,
dope.
yeah,
He's dope.
Did we have him ever come through? Or we should have had him.
Who do you like? Who are your favorite rappers right now?
I like Freddie Gibbs right now. I like
Did you like his album with Alchemist or Madlib more?
Alchemist.
I'm a bandana. I didn't like Alfredo that much. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Alfredo. Alfredo. You mean Alfredo that got nominated for a Grammy? That Alfredo?
Yeah, I thought Bandana was so much better with Madlib. That album is like amazing.
Who else I like? I like Travis because Travis puts me in a good mood for when I'm on shows. I like Don Toliver. I like his sound. I like Blast. You know Blast?
Blast is real good because I found him through Mozzie.
I like Blast. I like Nipsey. I like all the New York niggas. I like 22Gs.
22Gs.
I
yeah.
like Chef G. I
Mhm.
like what's the other nigga from Brooklyn? Pop
Sleepy
Smoke,
Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow. I love all them niggas, and they all talking about killing each other.
Yeah.
I be feeling like a traitor. I'd be like, oh, these niggas.
I like the Detroit shit, like Sada Baby or Flint.
Nas not even Sada Baby. What's the one that just went to jail with all the pimples in his face?
Rio de Young OG.
Yeah.
He was burned by oil as a child. It's a burn mark. I bet you feel like a real asshole now. No,
I
I'm just
don't.
kidding.
I don't.
No, I guess his mom was like frying or something and oil fell and burned.
My mother burned me in the face with just bread one time
Really?
because I overtoasted and she got upset.
And she like smacked you with the bread?
Yeah, and like if you look at my beard, there's a little like hole somewhere.
You have a good beard. It's like not
Appreciate
patchy.
that, you know, out here. God bless me.
God bless you.
God bless me with the beard work.
You have a good hairline?
Nah, my hairline love.
Don't.
Hairline love. I blame my mother again. Yo, she just let me grow braids. I'd have been Gucci.
Does that help you? I might grow braids if it helps.
Well, no,
with
in
my
all
hairline.
honesty, I'm happy my mother didn't let me get braids because the way I was, I'd have had braids and just lost my whole life behind some braids. I'd have been one of them niggas walking around with fuzzy braids. I'd have been a Jim Jones looking dude.
You think you could pull that off?
Yeah.
You think you could pull off braids?
Capo, yeah.
You could do the one.
My mother's pretty. I'd look great with some braids. I got my mother's face.
Yeah. My mom. I don't know.
Who you look like? Your pops?
I look like both my parents, but my dad.
Whose hairline did you inherit?
My dad.
I don't know whose hairline I inherited because my father still has a full head of hair, and all my and like they say that you get your hair from your mother's side of the family, and all my uncles have great heads of hair.
I'm the only tall person in my family, and I'm the only person with curly hair. But I look like both my parents.
Yeah, I think both our mothers have some explaining to do. Is what I think.
Do you not look like your dad?
No.
People come up to me and they're like, "Are you rich?" All right. My dad's name is Dick Buck.
Dick Buck. Yo, you know how much pussy I'd have got with a name like Dick Buck?
If your name was Dick Buck, you would get a lot of pussy. That would be like your porn star name.
Yeah. Dick Buck.
My uncle's name is Donald Buck.
Nah, that's not it. That's not it.
That's not. You're not getting pussy with that name.
Dick Buck is the one now.
You're dressed like Donald Duck right now. You have. What else do you have coming up? Like, do you have anything else before we wrap up? How long do we do Irish? Oh, perfect.
We have Productively Stone August 18th here at the Stand. Then we have Productively Stone in Washington, D.C. August 14th. I also am touring with Rennie and Friends. I'm in Kansas City this weekend. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. I'm making a whole lot more videos. I got a series coming out called Griff's Corner where I interview comedians while I take them to my favorite whiskey bar in Brooklyn and we drink.
Oh, that's dope as shit.
Yeah.
When is that coming out?
That's coming out in a couple weeks.
Have you done any of them?
Yeah, I did. I got Chanel Ali, Tone Bell, Rojo Perez, and CP.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And then
That's really dope.
I'm gonna get some more of the homies on there. And then
Are you a whiskey guy?
I love good. I'm still
Oh,
a
now
whiskey.
you're trying not to drink in your shows.
Yeah, so I'm trying not to, but I love whiskey. Like I love High West. I love Pinhook. I love there was this whiskey brand that's popular in New York called Hudson. They like you ever seen their advertisements all around New York?
Probably.
They're new, or they're not new, but the advertisements is new or whatever. And Hudson used to have some maple cash shit that was real good, but they stopped selling it. And I feel like they're falling off. But
Damn. I don't drink whiskey. I used to drink a lot of.
what do
I
you
don't
drink now? Yeah, I saw you guys had a Tullamore in the front. I was like, oh, y'all drinking decent out here. I kept it to myself. I was like, mind your business.
I used to drink heavy, but all I drink now is White Claws, really.
Damn, bro, why? If you're gonna drink, at least stay away from the carbonated. Just drink tequila.
Yeah, but I'll
the
get
the
fucked up.
cocaine of alcohol.
The Casamigos. You and Jordan got me after our fucking
me
night
and
of
me and Jordan, we are so thotty when we get together.
Yeah, you guys in Connecticut. We were doing shots. We were fucking
Yeah.
getting fucked up.
Casamigos is the one.
Yeah, no, don't.
You gotta do the
tell me to do
Resposado.
it.
You gotta do the Resposado.
Don't tell me to start drinking tequila. I'm gonna start.
Man. Tequila's the one. See, that's the problem. Everyone got a bad story about tequila because none of us knew that tequila was the cocaine of alcohol.
Yeah.
But now that we all know, we know to come in there
You ever
easy.
do cocaine?
Damn, on the pod? No.
I've never done it.
Me neither.
Okay, we'll talk about. You do. See, I've only done mushrooms, DMT, and weed.
I've done Molly, shrooms, LSD,
Not
weed. Why'd you repeat that part? I thought we already got over that part.
I had to tell it to the camera so they believe you.
They believed me the first time I said it. I just was like, damn, on the pod? He's like, you did coke? I'm like, damn, dog, never.
All right. Well, edit it out.
Yeah, you're looking like the Dare Dog, too.
Someone said that's not the only. Someone said Courage the Cowardly Dog too.
That's funny.
That is.
Thanks
You look
for
like
having
a
me on your
rubber duck
podcast,
right
man.
now. I don't know why I can't. You just that's
My
the
Donald
first-
Duck vibe, man. Look, the duck
No,
hat.
you look like a rubber duck with the yellow.
The
and they always
bucket hat
have
is
the
here to
hat.
stay, man.
You can pull off a bucket hat. I can't pull off a bucket hat.
Yes, you can, man.
No.
You pulling off? Are you Jewish?
No, I'm
You
not.
pulling off their curls?
Everyone thinks I'm Jewish. I'm not. I did a roast. I did Comedy Fight Club, and literally every joke the guy had was, Sam looks so Jewish, and he won. And I was like,
He knew what button to press. He was like, why
Yeah.
would I stop?
yeah, he knew.
You over here trying to be you were trying to be like diverse with your jokes. She was like,
I was writing about this and
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Nah, he was like, nah.
He's a Jew.
More anti-Semitic jokes on the way.
Are you a good roaster?
I don't know. I never gave it a shot because in my mind I was like, yo, man, somebody say I was so sensitive in my ego. I was like, man, somebody gonna tell me what they really think, I'm gonna fight them.
You and Jordan should do Comedy Fight Club. I bet you guys could headline one of those shows.
What do you mean? Like roast
Like they
each
have
other?
like a headliner every episode.
And what, we roast each other?
Yeah.
Nah.
No? Would you be too mean?
I wouldn't even be mean, bro. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
I
understand.
That's me and George just never do that. We would be like, yo, but we're friends. You could never be like, but so you guys can. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah. No, I'm mean to my friends.
Yeah, I'd be like, hell no.
You just start saying you like roast each other with compliments.
It wouldn't even be that. Jordan would just start telling shit that I don't want people to know. I'd be like, hey man,
You just tell it. See,
the fuck?
he did do coke that one time.
I seen it.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate it.
Always.
Peace, everyone.